Right then, folks, I'll give everybody a few minutes to come in, just while I get things set up. Hi Sam, I'm doing fine, thank you. Hi Chris. I'll give it a few minutes just to let everybody jump in. Sam, can you hear and see me all right? Is everything okay? Hi Celia. Hi Sandra. Hi Di. All good. Right, thanks Sam. So you can hear and see everything okay. You'll have to bear with me. I will have a coughing bout every now and again. Hi Marjana. So what's everybody been up to today? Thanks Celia. Letting me know that everything looks good and that you can hear me okay. No, I'm not at work at the minute, Sam. I've been off for a while since just after Boxing Day. I tested positive for COVID. So I did my 10 days isolation, then developed a nasty chest infection, and yeah, so I'm not back at work till the end of the month. Still feeling very tired at times, still coughing. I've been on a course of antibiotics, but yeah, but apart from that, I'm okay. So yeah, do excuse me if I do have a coughing bout through this live. It's a quick and easy technique. It looks more complicated than what it actually is. But yeah. Hi Anne. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Hi Coral. Hi Margaret. I'll give it another few minutes just for more people to join in. Oh, thanks Celia. So yeah, so I've got this live tonight and then I've got another one tomorrow. Hi Jan, thank you, lovely. As I say, then I've got another live tomorrow, which is the first instalment of the 12 Houses of Christmas. So yeah, so I shall be back in the zone at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening for another live. Hi Nikki, thanks for joining in, lovely. Yeah, so I hope that everybody has fun with this technique. You can use it in so many ways. You don't have to do copper patina. You can mix your colours up and with all different paints. Thanks Jan. Yeah, you might hear me cough more than anything, but I've got my trusty water at the ready if I need it. But I'll give it a couple of more minutes. We're only 1 minute past 7. For just in case. Hi Susan, thanks for joining in, lovely. But yeah, so yeah, there's quite a few of us here. There's 19 so far. So yeah, all good. So I'll give it another minute or so.
just in case anybody else wants to join in, and then we'll crack on and get this technique out of the way. We've got some lovely ones coming up, so yeah, Sam, do try it. It's a quick and easy one, honestly. You know, it's nothing complicated about this at all. Hi Kim, thanks for joining, lovely. Yeah, so we're 2 minutes past 7. I'll give it another minute just to, for anybody else to jump in. And we'll get cracking with this tag. You can use different colours of paints for this. As I said, it's an easy technique. It's how you interpret it all, but I like patinas, and I'm always trying new things to get different patina effects, and I came up with this one, and it's just so easy. You're not gonna believe it. Honestly, it really is easy, and I continue to play with it for the last couple of weeks, and I found some more ideas to do with it, so I'll go through those with you as well. Different things that you can use to get the effect. You've probably got it in your stash, but yeah, more on that later. It's 3 minutes past. I think there's quite a few here, so I'll crack on with the tag. And the first thing we're going to do is give it a coat of tinting base or white gesso, whatever you have. It doesn't matter, as long as we just give the substrate a base coat of something. So we'll go ahead and we'll pop a coat of that on. I use tinting base more than I use gesso because it just gives a much smoother surface. And basically all tinting base is your base for your acrylic paint. So as it says on the tin, so to speak, you can tint it with different coloured paints. So if you're using just say like a magenta paint and you want to do an ombre effect, you can use your magenta and then use your tinting base with the same magenta and just tint them, so you've got the same shade of paint for your ombre effect. But as I say, it gives it a good base coat for any of your techniques, just to seal the grey board, because if you put in paint directly onto the grey board, it does tend to suck it in somewhat. Which sometimes I like to do that, it's not a bad thing, but if you want vibrancy of colour of your paints, just give it a coat of tinting base or a coat of gesso before you go on, and it dries really quick as well. Just pop that in your water, pop my lid back on, put that out of the way. So for your next step, you're going to choose the colours that you want to use. I'm using Deco Art Americana acrylic in Sea Aqua, and I'm using the Cobalt Turquoise hue, the Deco Art Media Fluid acrylics. I wanted a greeny blue base because that's what usually the patina is, copper, or you could go with just green, so you could use this, which is a light green, and then add a bit of a darker green. We just want that bit of a two-tone effect to give it some dimension underneath the copper. So all I'm going to do is just squeeze a little bit of each colour out onto my mat. And then with a sponge, I like to apply paints with a sponge. We're just going to dab your paint in, and we're just going to dab it onto your tag, mixing the colours as you go and blending, and you'll get that mottled effect as you go. There's nothing difficult about this. I told you it was easy. And then gently tap all over, and this will give you a little bit of texture as well. Okay, so you end up with something like that. We've just got some mottling, and you could add as much or as little of this as you need until you're happy. And we'll give that a quick dry. Give a little bit of a clean up. Right, your next stage is we're just going to apply just a coat of matte medium over the surface. Just a thin coat, it doesn't have to be thick. I just find that adding this coat over the top just makes the copper paint move better. Give that a quick dry. So your next step is to get your copper paint. I'm using the Deco Art Dazzling Metallics copper, and all we're going to do is we're just going to pop a blob of that on the craft mat, and then you're going to add plenty of water. This is an important step. Give it a good mix. Okay, and then with your other sponge, other piece of sponge, you're just going to dab it all over your tag. Okay, Chris, I can slow down. Okay, Coral. So all we're doing is we're just tapping the copper paint over the top once you've base coated with your colour and base coated it with matte medium and gave it a quick dry, and then once you've sponged on your copper paint, we're just going to spritz it with water. And then once you've given it a good spritz with water, we're going to dry it with the heat tool, but not dry all of it. So you'll see some parts turn matte. Move your heat tool around because we still want to keep some puddles of water on the tag, and you'll see it go. I think so. We've got some parts patchy, which is where the paint is dry, and some parts still wet. And then all you're going to do is you're just going to pop your towel on, soak up that wetness, then peel back. And where the water's been, it will remove the paint, and then you'll end up with this effect, depending on how much water you remove. Okay, you got that? So then to take that one step further, this is optional. Just have a little bit of a clean up. So to take this one step further, grab your vintage photo distress ink pad, and then all we're going to do is brush it all over the tag, straight from the pad. Give it some spritzes of water so we create those droplets with it being distress ink. And then start to dry. And as you see the ink start to dry, getting those water droplet effects, dab. And then you are left with that effect. So you can see as you tilt it, you've got those drippy marks on it as well. But that's entirely optional. That's entirely up to you if you want to do that. And basically, that is it. I told you it was simple, didn't I? Doesn't take long at all. But me, as I was playing around, thinking of other things that I could use, I was looking through my stash and I came across these, which is your Easy Float and your drying time extender. So this sort of works to extend the drying time of the paint. So I tried it with the Easy Float and I liked it, so I thought, right, I'll prep a base ready, and all I did, the instructions were 1 drop of Easy Float to 1 ounce of water. So in a spray bottle I added just above the end and then filled it up with water, just about, what, a centimetre in the bottom, and then filled it up with water, and as you can see it's hardly took any out of the bottle at all. So we'll go exactly the same. We've prepped the base as we did before. This is a smaller tag. We'll get the copper paint, we'll add our water, get our mix going again. Same as before, just sponge it onto the tag. And this time, instead of using just the water, I'm using the water with the Easy Float, sorry. We'll spritz that as before, but if you see, it separates more on here, and then we'll dry it as we did before. And you'll notice that this dries differently, but we'll get the same effect. As you start to see your paint go matte, move your heat tool, pop your paper towel on again, soak up the excess, and then peel back. Dab off, and there you have it. Works in exactly the same way. Okay. Yeah, Kim, I put black paint down. Don't know why I put black paint down. You don't need it, lovely. So yeah, so that is your copper patina technique. Now, you can use it with different colours, different metallics. You've got your vintage brass, you've got your bronzes, you've got your silvers, you've got your pewters. Technique works with all of them, you know. And as I say, the distress ink on top is an optional choice. You can leave as is, or you can have it with the distress ink on top. As I say, the choice is yours. And no, it's not instead of matte medium, it's just another product basically called Easy Float or drying time extender, and basically you can use them to actually flick onto the paint, and where the extender or the Easy Float is,
you can dry around it with your heat tool, and then this will stop the paint from drying as fast as the normal paint, so then you can wipe back. Okay, so it's another 2 products that you can use. I mean, your drying time extender and your easy float, you can just pop some in your hand and flick it onto your tag, so you get more of a splatter effect, you know, rather than you know, a spray effect. So, you know, I'm just giving you other options that you know, I've played with, that you can use if you've got that in your stash. You can use it with other paints. You don't have to use it with metallic paints. You can use it with ordinary paints, you know, so you get this effect, but with just normal coloured acrylic paints. So it's a technique that you can utilise with your metallics for patina effects, or with your ordinary paints for grungy effects. Yeah, it is a great way to use an extender die. So, you know, like it says with the easy float, they both work the same thing. It makes the paint float, it makes it the drying time longer than just the paint if you add it on top. So you can do more effects. So you can flick, you can splatter, you can spray, you can drop, you know. So yeah, so good playtime with a few things that you've got in your stash. But failing that, if you haven't got those, you trust it, you get the same effect with water. So everybody's got water, so you know, it's something that you can do. And yeah, I quite like it. It's very organic, very natural looking, and same as I say, the more you dry the paint and the less water you've got left, is the less that it shows through. So so yeah, so that's it. That's the technique. I told you it was a quick and easy one, but it has so many possibilities, and so many other colours that you can use it with. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll be back with you guys tomorrow night at 6 o'clock for the 12 houses of Christmas. So I'm looking forward to that. Thanks, Nikki. You're welcome. So yeah, so for those that are joining in for the 12 houses of Christmas, this is my class for tomorrow. We'll be making this one. We'll be making this tomorrow night, 6 o'clock in Tando Creative Zone. I hope to see you all there, and looking forward to playing along again tomorrow night. Didn't do too bad with the coughing, had a bit of a bout at the beginning, but yeah, thank you. So the video will remain in the group for you to check back on. So yeah, thanks for joining me tonight. Yeah, and I shall see you soon. Bye.